guys, what's going on? This is Maniac.
This is Pletcher.
And me and Pletcher are gonna have discussion video of how the Stadia,
The Google Stadia.
yeah,
just recently came out, so I guess we're gonna give our thoughts on it. We haven't bought it, but I've been kind of keeping up with it because I thought it was an interesting idea. So I know a little bit about it, but I haven't actually played it. So this is just a gamer's thought, pre-purchase. So
yeah, I just think that it's really. I just think it's really. I mean, this is my point of view. How I guess that's just the point. The point of a discussion video, but how you need internet for the Google Stadia, because there are gamers out there that don't have the luxury of internet. So it's, I mean, in my opinion, that's just stupid. Why you would have a Google Stadia coming out with like a controller for the Stadia and is it like a specific TV?
No, as long as it has a Chromecast app on it. So the Stadia, when you buy it, it comes with a little Chromecast thing that you plug into your TV or your laptop or your tablet or anything that has Google Chrome on it, and you get the controller. And you need an internet connection, and based on your speeds is how well your graphics are going to play out. So if you have like really, really low speed internet like myself, where I live out in the country, so I'm pulling out maybe 15 megabits per second on a good day, chances are that I'm only going to be able to play games in 720p. Whereas somebody who has internet like you could probably pull full HD, possibly even 4K graphics. So your internet speed determines your graphics and your gameplay and your refresh rate and everything else. So if you have low internet, you're probably going to get 720p at 30 frames per second versus someone who lives in the city with like Comcast Business or something that's really fast with like almost gigabit speed.
In the city.
Well, you or someone who lives in the city.
Yeah, but yeah,
so they'll be pulling in 4K at 60 frames per second. It seems kind of unfair, but I kind of get it at the same time because, your internet can't keep up with 4K. Like, I can stream a 4K movie on my TV, but it takes a lot longer to buffer. And sometimes it'll even stop in the middle of the movie to buffer, but it runs, so I get it. But I also think that, sorry, like I said, I've been keeping up with it. Sorry. So I also think
I kept up with it for the first like month or two, but now I find it, stupid. Why, like I said, there are some gamers out there that don't have the luxury of internet, and if you need internet to play, then what's the point?
Exactly. The only thing I think they had going for it at one point was the fact that you could take it anywhere as long as you had something that had Google Chrome on it. But then, how many people do you see at like Starbucks or something like that pulling up their laptop and then they have to pull out a controller and then like all this other stuff? So the idea's there. I just think it's too new of a technology, like game streaming. Like we've been doing movie streaming for a while. A lot of companies have that down, but game streaming I think is still way too new of a technology. So I'm glad that Google kind of kicked the door in with it. I don't think it's going to be successful as the thing that they want it to be, but I do feel like that now that it's actually here and it's actually being able to be worked on, that it can only go up from here.
Yeah, because whenever you hit rock bottom, there's only one place you can go.
Exactly. And the other thing that I don't know if you knew about this, but with the Stadia,
please fill me in.
You have to buy the controller and the Chromecast. I think it's like $129 for the base model, and it's like $150 or something like that, or $180 for like the premium model. And then you have to make an account, and then you have to pay a monthly subscription fee on top of paying for the games. So it's not like Xbox Game Pass where you pay $15 a month and then you have access to all these games. With the Stadia, you subscribe to a monthly thing. I think it's like $15 a month, but then you got to buy the game separately as well, which that throws me off because I'm already paying $15 a month to have the Stadia, and then you want to have me pay $60 for something that I can't physically own. It's in a cloud library with Google, and their servers go down. I pay $60 for a game on top of paying $15 a month. I can't play that game because the servers are down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's just, the idea is there. It's just the way that Google went about it, the execution is not there. The idea is there, but the execution's not.
Yeah, just like socialism. Socialism is a great idea, but the way liberals are going at it, it's just not a good way.
I also was browsing through the magical world of YouTube, and there's a person that I'm subscribed to.
Did you check out the Tazmanian Nights?
Always. Duh. But this YouTuber said that Stadia users are finding out that their Chromecasts and stuff are overheating. So they're having hardware issues as well. And I get hardware issues. That's why I kind of don't buy stuff on launch day or a few months after. I wait for all the bugs to work itself out. But like I said, Google Stadia it seems like it's off to a rocky start. That's just me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what I don't know, like if you buy the controller for Google Stadia, but I mean, I know you need to buy the controller for it, but I mean, really, like you just said, how many people are gonna go and buy a controller for a TV when they have game systems out? And then buy or download the games for the thing you just download them. Is it buy or download? For free.
You buy the games and then you don't even download them. You stream them like you would a movie or something like that.
Yeah. So I mean,
and I think
it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. I just don't think the technology's all there yet with gaming, at least.
Yeah,
unless there's something that I completely missed, someone in the comments wants to fill me in. But I feel like the game streaming just isn't there yet. There's still a lot of technology that needs to come out for it to work functionally. But I'm glad Google is pretty much the guinea pig for it.
Yeah, I mean, Google's the top of the line.
Yeah, and Google's not going to lose money on this. Google owns half the internet, for lack of a better term.
So.
Yeah, so pretty much, if this fails, if this not sells the way they want, it's probably just a scrape at the bottom of the well for them.
Yeah, I mean,
unlike something like PlayStation with Sony, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Sony PlayStation is one of their biggest markets for the Sony brand. So if the PlayStation fails, then a lot of Sony stuff fails too.
Yeah, and I mean, I hear they're coming out with an Xbox 2 and a PlayStation 5, but
yeah, that's all next year. It's the Xbox, Project Scarlet, and then PS5, and the Switch is still doing its thing. Nintendo's not going anywhere. I don't know if anybody doesn't like Nintendo, but they're not going anywhere because they have they own so many franchises. They sell so many games with families and everything else that they're not going anywhere. The Wii U was a big flop for them, but they bounced right back with the Switch. So they realize when they fuck something up that they know how to fix it. So Nintendo's not going anywhere. And I also heard that the Xbox is a low sell point for them because they have PCs and everything else. So Xbox is pretty much the bottom tier for them. So I think if they had to cancel the Xbox, which I hope not because I love my Xbox, but I feel that if they would cancel Xbox, that really wouldn't do anything for Microsoft because Microsoft owns a lot of the computer market as well. So
right. So yeah.
But yeah, I don't
I
like
can't
how.
I can't even remember the topic I was on for Google Stadia.
We were talking.
But
Well, we were talking about like the financial failure that it might bring.
yeah, like uh, I don't think I was actually talking about the financial failure.
Sorry,
But
I didn't mean to throw you off.
yeah, you've been talking for the fucking whole time.
Well, how often do I really talk when we do discussion videos? It's more you than me. So be excited that I'm giving my sultry voice out this time around.
Your soothing, sultry voice. But yeah, I mean, oh yeah, like I was saying, that I can't imagine anybody really going out and buying a controller, buying games for the Stadia, and then playing them. I mean, like you say, it's a good idea, but at the same time, it's like a horrible fucking idea. Because like, what kind of gamer is gonna want to go out, buy a TV, buy like a separate controller, and then buy games for the TV to stream?
Exactly.
I mean, it's just a lot of shit where you can just go buy a console and buy games for it and play them.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Or even
yeah.
buying them digitally. At least if you buy them on a console digitally or on a PC digitally or something like that, you can download them and then they're there. Like there's no like servers that you have to serve on. Maybe Steam. I think Steam, if you have them downloaded, it still has to connect to Steam to do it. But
yeah, and I mean it's like I mean like I think that game stores are probably just gonna like go out of fashion really quickly, just because everybody's buying them digitally and it costs the same, maybe cheaper. You know?
No,
so,
for some reason digital games cost the same as physical, and that kind of puzzles me because why would you pay $60 for something digital?
Sale.
Yeah, I mean they go on sale more often than physical games, but
yeah, I mean,
like you're paying like with Google Stadia, like, you're paying $60 on top of a $15 a month feed just to have the Stadia pretty much. It doesn't seem like a good financial pursuit for somebody who I guess likes video games but doesn't have a lot of money or something like that. Unlike if they would get like I think PlayStation has a thing like Game Pass, but like if you were to get like Game Pass stuff like that, you just pay the $15 and you get like a whole bunch of games. Like I signed up for Game Pass just recently because it was $1, and I've been playing like Outer Worlds and stuff like that, and that's like a brand new game.
I don't know how Outer Worlds is, but yeah. So I mean, I think owning an Xbox, a PlayStation, or a Nintendo is a relatively better investment over a Stadia as of the moment. So
yeah, once game streaming becomes more popular and is more there, then maybe maybe Google Stadia will come out with another model or something like that, and they'll redesign their marketing strategy.
Yeah, I mean, there is like live streaming or broadcasting, but I think that's more for like the Mixer and YouTube and shit like that.
Yeah, that's for
but
like
I mean
that's show off their
that's not game streaming.
No.
But yeah, I mean, like I can't really think of anything that you haven't.
Yeah, like I said, I was following Stadia for a while because I was actually pretty invested in it. I kind of wanted to get it, but then as I started paying more attention to it, I was like, okay, maybe this isn't for me because I have really shitty internet. I mean, having a mortgage and everything else. I mean, I don't want to pay. Me personally, and I'm pretty sure I'm not alone. I don't want to pay $15 a month just to have a library of stuff to purchase. Like that doesn't make sense to me either. The whole that right there was the nail in the coffin for me. Like if they were to offer it like maybe $20 a month, but then let me stream as many games as I wanted, that would be different. But to pay a monthly fee and then purchase the games secondly, That just seems too much for me.
Yeah, I really don't think they'll change that specific aspect of that. But I mean, like, I think if
Lower
they
the price
do,
of it.
yeah, I mean, I do think that if they do make Google Stadia an offline thing, that would be a lot better of an investment for a lot more gamers, because you
Yeah.
can play the games that you can't play offline, that you you can now play the games offline that you can't play offline. So,
Yeah.
but
I
I
get
don't yeah, I don't think that they're gonna add the offline aspect
I don't
to
think
it,
they
just
are either.
because it's I mean, today it's just an online society. So
It is.
without internet, without connection or even streaming. I mean,
Mhm.
you can disconnect from the Wi-Fi and stream and use data, but I mean, at the same time, that's you're using data, and you. Some people obviously have a data cap, and
Yeah.
it's yeah, and I mean, I don't know, you need internet today in
Pretty
today's
much.
society, and
For everything.
without it, yeah, I mean, you literally apply for jobs online. Some people actually have a job at their house that they need to do, with internet. You can't do it without internet.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think that's where
if
Google was coming from. I think Google was looking at it like, oh, everybody has to have internet, so this is going to be a good idea because everyone has the internet and everyone needs internet. I think that's the angle they were coming from with it, but they didn't think about people living out in the countryside, or people who like to play games but may not have as much money as, say, somebody else who builds a $3,000 PC, or buys the newest console with the best TV and stuff like that. So
yeah, and I mean, I think that Google was kind of aiming for their core, excuse me, for their core purchasing group, because I mean, there's I don't know if this is true, but most likely that there's very few people out there that don't that get horrible connection and that can't stay connected. And I mean, you used to be part of that group, and now you're not.
for a while,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm technically still part of that group, but my internet connection's gotten better since they came out.
you haven't lost. You haven't been disconnected from any games recently. So I
No,
mean,
not recently. So
yeah, but I think they're kind of looking for their core group of clients and shit. And I mean, like I just said, I believe that there's a lot more people in the world with internet than
then
not.
without, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and I don't know, it's
So I get it. Google's on the right track. I just think the execution needed a little bit of work, but I could be wrong. It could be a really big success for all I know.
yeah, and I mean Google, I mean Google is literally an online
Platform.
search.
Yeah.
It's and they own online things. So
There's three parts of the internet. There's Facebook, there's Google, and then there's porn. That's the three major, major things of the internet. And Google owns
Yeah,
a third of it.
yeah, and I was just about to say, yeah, there's porn, a lot of porn.
Stuff that you've never even heard of. There's
Yeah,
there's a website for it somewhere. I guarantee it.
Yeah, you type in diaper loving babies, and adults wearing diapers will pop up. It's
Oh yeah,
holy
trust me, I'm sure there's some weird shit on the internet that I have not
yeah,
seen.
it's
yet.
holy shit.
So, but
yeah.
Google owns it, and Google pretty much owns the internet. Google even became a verb. It's oh, Google that, or Google this, Google that. It became a verb that became so popular.
I mean, a lot of search engines became that. You
Yeah.
can Yahoo that, or Bing that, or
But the one
Yeah,
that
so, I
most
mean-
people run to is Google.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I just think Google has a hard time with making hardware stuff. Like their Pixel phones, I was actually looking into getting the Pixel 4 when it came out, but it's just like apparently just the hardware just isn't there. But it's and just like with the Stadia, like I don't think the hardware's there either because I watched a review of it and people were saying that like the buttons felt really stiff and like they didn't seem like they were all that great. So I think that Google has a hard time with hardware stuff, but their network stuff online is where they master it. Just like with Sony's PlayStation, Sony masters the PlayStation and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
So.
but yeah, this video has been over 21 minutes long, so let's wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Like I said,
yeah.
I've been following it, so I had a lot to talk about. So.
Yeah, and I mean, so did I, but you covered it. So,
Sorry,
like,
man.
really quickly. But yeah.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that, bro.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Just expect a visit from me later tonight.
Whoa.
But yeah, I mean, me and Pletch will wrap up this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion of Google Stadia, and that you'll stay tuned for our other videos, or you can click the 2 links above us, or you can check our channel. And we're also trying to live stream every other Sunday, and me and Shorty are trying to get a Warframe Wednesday together, but yeah. So I'm Maniac.
And I'm Fletcher.
And
We'll catch you next time.
comment.